welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice. Because today, I'm going to be doing a quick review of Brian Michael Bendis' Moon Knight, the complete collection, which is only 12 issues. Bendis, when he's on, he's on. Yeah, he can do a really good job on his stuff. He does have a tendency to get a little verbose on, with his characters. But, okay. Let me go back here. This has... It's just Mark Spector. He doesn't go with any of his other personalities other than Moon Knight. He has relocated to Los Angeles and is doing Moon Knight stuff out there. And he is producing a show based on his life as Mark Spector. The mercenary thing. But he is going by Mark Spector. He's taking back he's not using his Grant or Lockley personalities. So he's producing a show based on his life as a cover for doing his Moon Knight stuff. And while he is out, he comes across a couple guys who had been hired to deliver what he thought was weapons to another person. They're go-betweens. Turns out it's an Ultron head. Not the whole body, but just the head. And they're supposed to get like superpowers in payment for it. And it turns out the person who they're delivering it to is Mr. Hyde. And shit goes sideways. And Spectre has to take on Mr. Hyde. And he winds up with the head, the Ultron head. Now, the person who hired them is this new kingpin of crime for the West Coast, and he doesn't know who that is. So this is him trying to figure out who the West Coast kingpin is, and so they can capture him and not have the Ultron head delivered to who it is. And also, he is dealing with some... the voices in his head, he has voices in his head, and they're not just voices, but they actually he's seeing the people. It's Moon Knight, it's Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America. So, he'll be, let's see, let me show you here real quick. What's going on? Okay, so see, he'll be sitting there talking, and he can actually see them when they're talking to him. And, of course, nobody else can see him. So when they're actually talking, he sees them. And he winds up teaming up with Echo to try and get this taken care of. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of this. I am a big Moon Knight fan, especially in his original incarnation. The stuff they're doing now is okay, but I'm, more of the original Moon Knight fan. And I guess this is pre-Mr. Knight stuff, and him going completely overboard, I think. But when I started reading it, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty entertaining. Like I said, when Bendis is on, he's on, and he does a really good job moving the story along and keeping it on point with action and some good humor. I don't know much about Echo, but from this, you find out that she's either deaf or hearing impaired, and there's a couple of running gags that he puts in throughout this whole thing that she'll be talking on the phone with people and be like, hey, wait a minute, how do you use the phone if you're deaf? And it's kind of a running gag in there. And also, she's always getting really pissed at Spectre when he's in Moon Knight, as Moon Knight, because he'll have his thing on, and she's like, dude, I can't understand you with your face covered. Take that off if you want to talk to me. Which is really kind of, it's really kind of funny. I don't want to, spoil as to who the character is that eventually we find out who the kingpin of crime is over there. It's obviously not Fisk. But, you do find out, and it gets resolved at the end with some cost. But it was pretty good. The art, as far as I'm concerned, needed a little work. You've got, there's times when it's pretty good, and other times it's just, I'm not a big fan of this type of art. I mean, it's passable, but it can be so much better, especially if you have somebody like Bendis writing. You can have a better artist, in my own opinion, but that's just me. So, it's only $29.99. I only paid $15 for it because I got it at that Tidal Wave, Title Wave. It's a half-price bookstore. But yeah, it was worth it, especially for the price. I recommend it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Say that it was better than I thought. And if you are a Moon Knight fan, if you're a Bendis fan, a West Coast Avengers fan, or any type of Avengers fan, I think you'll like it. So pick it up and check it out. But anyway, let me know if you've read it. Like, subscribe, possibly share most of all. Enjoy your trades.